What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's been quite a while since the last part of this scenario, but don't worry, I haven't forgotten about it. Since it's been a little bit, click the link up above to check out the last parts. We last left off with Gohan leaving his family to work with Dr. Gero. After a few days, Goku still can't find him, and Chi-Chi is losing it at Goku for allowing their son to run away. Goku tries to explain to her that he just ran away to cool off, and eventually he should return. Chi-Chi tells him that he better find Gohan, or else. Goku continues searching the planet, and more days pass with nothing. Goku asks Raditz if he can help him out in finding Gohan, and Raditz sees this as an opportunity to get Gohan to like him, if he helps search for him. So Raditz goes ahead and helps search, but still, nothing. Goku thought he sensed a little bit of Gohan's ki in one location, but it disappeared too quickly, and nothing. 1 year passes, and then another, still no Gohan. Goku has been reluctant to return home, and he spends most of his time searching the planet for Gohan. He couldn't be dead, could he? He contacted King Kai telepathically, and Gohan hasn't shown up on Otherworld, so he's still alive somewhere. King Kai tries his best to look for Gohan on nearby planets, just in case he went off-world, but still nothing. It's at this point that Goku wishes he still had Dragon Ball so he could wish for Gohan to come back. But alas, there are no Dragon Balls on either Earth or Namek, and since all of the Namekians are dead, he can't even ask one of them to make more. This is the point in time when the androids are supposed to show up, so Goku and Raditz make their way to the location Trunks told them about, and just hope that maybe they have answers on what happened to Gohan. After a few minutes, they see an explosion in the city, and are confused. That must be the androids. But if it is, why can't they sense their energies? Questions for later, they need to investigate fast. The two Saiyans track down the androids, and are in complete shock. They encounter 19 and 20, but somebody else with them as well. Gohan. But they can't sense his energy at all, and he looks a little different. What happened to him? Goku goes up to his son and asks why he sided with these two, if they're very clearly murderers. Gohan doesn't say a word and launches himself at his father. The two fight it out, with Gohan not emoting at all. His eyes are glassy, as if he's in a daze. Goku knows something isn't right, and Raditz can see what happened. This Gero must have kidnapped Gohan and experimented on him, as Gohan is a pacifist and wouldn't hurt anybody unless he had to. He knows that from experience. Raditz transforms into a Super Saiyan and attacks 19 and 20, demanding that they turn Gohan back. 19 fights with Raditz, and Raditz is able to match him in power, but 19 is able to get a hold of Raditz and drain him of his energy. Raditz isn't the only one being drained of his energy, as Goku is wearing down as well, except it's not because of the androids. It's the heart virus kicking in. Since he's been non-stop searching for Gohan all this time, he hasn't returned home to take his medicine, and has collapsed from the strain. Gohan readies a beam to kill his father, but suddenly, the attack is negated, and Gohan is sent flying straight into 19. The two androids look up and see two more Super Saiyans smiling, Vegeta and Nappa. Vegeta claims that he is going to be the one to kill these two low-class clowns, not some cheap robots. Plus, he thought that Gohan hated fighting, and that was the reason he ran away in the first place, so why is he obeying this old man and clown? His will is stronger than that. Gohan still isn't all there, but seeing Vegeta sparks certain memories in him, and they aren't pleasant ones. Gohan rushes Vegeta, and Vegeta blocks him easily, and begins to pummel Gohan into the ground. Nappa fights against 19 in the meantime, but he saw the energy absorption used on Raditz, so he looks out for the hands, and is able to completely destroy 19. Gero is pretty nervous, and demands Gohan stop playing around with Vegeta, and show his true power. Gohan instantly stops and powers up, knocking Vegeta away. Gohan begins to scream and his hair rises up and turns golden. Gohan has successfully transformed into a Super Saiyan, which is something his body unfortunately unlocked when he was being tortured and experimented on by Gero. Gohan attacks Vegeta once again, and Vegeta has lost quite a bit of energy beating down on Gohan. And Gohan hasn't lost any energy at all, since he's still an android and has the infinite energy engine inside of him. Nappa realizes that Vegeta isn't doing so hot and joins in on fighting against Gohan. The two Saiyans working together slows Gohan a little bit, but his smaller size and infinite energy gives him the edge he needs against them. Gero laughs and keeps yelling at Gohan to finish those dirty Saiyans off, and get his revenge on them. And suddenly, Gero's head is sliced clean off. He looks around confused. What just happened? Trunks looms over Gero, disgust on his face. This isn't the android Trunks expected to come across, but it's still an android, and he's done something to Gohan, which is unforgivable. Trunks stomps on Gero's head, killing the doctor, and turns his attention back to Gohan. Vegeta and Nappa fall unconscious to the ground, and Trunks rushes up to Gohan, trying to stop him from killing them. Gohan doesn't know what to do now, as his master is gone. Who is he going to take orders from now? He notices Trunks is a Super Saiyan though. and his prime directive is to kill all Saiyans, so he attacks Trunks as well. Except, Trunks talks back as he defends himself against his master. He tells him that he knows him, that he never wanted to hurt anyone, and he was dragged into this mess unwillingly, but even though he was forced to kill, he doesn't have to this time. He managed to resist the Saiyan's hold on him last time, so he can resist Gero's control now. Trunks is getting through the Gohan, as Gohan clutches his head in pain, telling him to stop talking. Trunks keeps going, however, and says if he continues to listen to Gero and try to kill the Saiyans, then he is no better than the Saiyans themselves. At least they're fighting to protect the world now, unlike him. This last line snaps Gohan out of it, and his control is broken as he reverts back to base and collapses. Trunks wipes away his tears and he picks up his fallen master. He was able to save Gohan this time, which is something he failed to do before. Trunks takes Gohan and the others back to Capsule Corp, where they are all given senzu beans and Goku gets his heart medicine. Chi-Chi shows up at Capsule Corp and watches as Bulma and Dr. Briefs do their best to wake Gohan up. It takes a couple of days, but Gohan eventually awakens. His last memory is trying to come up with ideas to get rid of the Saiyans, but he was injected with a drug to put him out, and he was experimented on, transformed into a monster. Gohan cries into his mother's arms, and keeps telling her he's sorry for worrying her, and he'll never leave her again. Raditz apologizes to Gohan again, saying he's a changed person now, and he's been helping Goku now for 2 years to look for him, and bring him back. Gohan has suffered enough, and tells Raditz that he forgives him, as now he knows what it's like to be under somebody's control. Which is exactly what Raditz was to the Saiyans and Frieza. Vegeta and Nappa just scoff, but Bulma forces them to apologize as well. Gohan asks Trunks how he managed to bring him back, and Trunks says that he knew Gohan very well in the future, and something similar happened to his Gohan. So he said all of the things he wished he said to his Gohan, and it worked. Gohan also hugs Trunks, and thanks him for saving him. Of course, after the happy reunions, Trunks says that the only problem they have now is that those androids they were fighting weren't the ones from his timeline, and he believes that the ones he's looking for are at Gero's lab. Gohan says he'll happily take Trunks to the lab to try and redeem himself. Chi-Chi yells at Gohan that he can't go, but Gohan tells her he's just going to head over there to help out and save others from suffering the same fate as him. Gohan and Trunks arrive at Gero's lab, search it, and discover 17 and 18. Trunks is ready to completely blow them away, but Gohan stops him and says that these two are just like him. They were turned into androids against their will, and they should be given a second chance just as he was. Trunks of course doesn't want to listen to Gohan, as these androids completely destroyed his future. But he does see Gohan's point, and he can't disagree with him, so he decides to take them to Bulma, so hopefully she can reprogram him. Before they leave, they also find 16's pod, and take him along as well. Unfortunately, right as they go to leave, Trunks is knocked out by a weird bug creature. Cell. Gohan has no idea what this is, but it's obviously a threat. Cell just laughs at Gohan and tells him to step aside, as he needs these two androids to become perfect. Gohan isn't going to let this weird bug creature get his hands on the two, as he feels it's his duty to protect them, and not let what happened to him happen to them. Gohan turns Super Saiyan and battles it out with Cell, and Gohan is actually able to beat around Cell easily. Becoming an android increased Gohan's powers so great he was on the level of 17 in terms of power, and with Super Saiyan stacked on, Cell stands no chance against Gohan, no matter how hard he tries. Plus, infinite energy and stamina helps too. Gohan finishes off Cell with a full power Kamehameha, blowing him out of existence. Gohan reverts back to base and wakes Trunks up. Trunks asks what just happened, and Gohan explains that he just saved the androids from a weird bug creature who wanted to absorb them. Trunks at this point is just done with everything related to Gero and the androids, so he then turns around and obliterates Gero's lab completely, wiping it off the face of the earth. No present Cell in this scenario. The two Saiyans return to Capsule Corp, and Bulma begins her work on reprogramming the androids. Bulma is luckily able to take out the Kill Goku programming and alter their memories slightly to have them not attack anybody. The moment arrives when the three androids are awakened. Of course, they are all confused on what happened and where they are, and Bulma says that they managed to find them from Gero's lab and set them free, but unfortunately couldn't revert them back into humans. The androids understand this and actually thank Bulma for helping them out and saving them. Trunks is weary, but after talking with them a little bit, he realizes that they really are completely reprogrammed and nothing like what his androids are like. This 17 even wants to be a park ranger for crying out loud. After adjusting to their new android bodies, and after more tests from Bulma, 16, 17, and 18 go out to live their new lives. Bulma was also able to use the programming that she found in the androids to create an emergency shutdown remote for Trunks, since the androids in his future are way too far down the path of evil. Trunks thanks his mother, and says goodbye to everybody in the past, as he departs back to his future to finally put an end to his androids. Once Goku wakes up, Gohan rushes over and hugs his father, apologizing to him for fighting before they left, and he's never going to do that again. Goku hugs Gohan back and says he understands why he ran away, and he's just so happy that he's safe and sound now. He's also really happy that Gohan is made up with Raditz and the others, and now he can finally be happy with his entire family. And that's where we're going to leave off with this part. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you all in the next one. So, until we meet again, you guys, see you later!